Hey guys, this is Targon, and well, that's not looking good to start, but here we are again in Geometry Dash, and maybe today we'll get it. I don't want to be like I've got a good feeling like I'm a character in Final Fantasy Tactics, but maybe today we'll get it. It's hard to say. Hello to whoever that is. I can't look away yet, but if I die, I'll see who you are. All right. Ah! Hey Starburst. Hey Q and Mason. That was a really good run for being my first run of the session, right? Or second or fourth, however many it was. The first one I think I died on early spikes. That one didn't really count, except in the way that they all count. Wow. I don't know, I guess I just assumed that I wouldn't die there. I don't know what was going on. I probably didn't do the thing that I had to do. I figured it out. Whoops. Hey Bouncy. Yes, Clutterfunk again. I am back to the grind. Oh no. Well, it's been looking slightly better than that. I mean, not tons. No, I got to like 80 something %. I wrote it down not too long ago, but now my eyes are awash of weird spinning gears, and I can no longer remember the exact number. 82, 86, one of those. An even number, lower than 87. Not 84 though. Oh no, well. that was bad. And I was actually, a lot of my session I was just having trouble with the early ship part, which I feel like I got slightly more adept with, but that will remain to be seen, right? Oh, yeah, I went down late, and I was recoiled away. It was like I already thought I was dead. Alas, I was dead just slightly after I thought. Probably could have been salvaged if I had been holding the input down. Hard to say. So far in the past now that it's not that important. Even it was in the much recent past, it still wasn't important. But let's just see if we can continue not dying on this part, because like when I first went through it, amazing. So we're back to doing that again. I mean, not that one. We're not back to dying there. I mean, except in the sense that we just did. But you know, that's not we're not regressing that much. No, yeah, that was just a little too much. You could tell by the way I died. Well, there goes the idea that we were doing better there. No, I was crashing a lot there the other day, so it's still better than that so far. But still, we've only gotten to the small ship section once in this run, which, well, after the small section, The large ship is essentially a gimme, although, I mean, you can theoretically die there, and I have died there, but it's essentially a gimme, right? No, no, no. There I thought I was being so careful. Talking about the future. That's not why I died. I died because I didn't do the thing that I had to do. You know. Simplifying the experience a little. But like I said a few minutes ago at the beginning, I mean, like I have a medium feeling about it. I certainly no longer believe that I'll never beat it. That sort of, you know, defeatism isn't gonna creep in again. And even though I die on this ball section, I quite like it. I think ball is a cool form. Of the subforms, it's certainly my favorite. It might just be that ball sections tend to be a little easy. Too green. That's really my fault. It's not that it was too green. I did sort of lose track of where I was at a little bit. But at least we're dying there and not early so much. You know, only a ton. Wow. Wow. Amazing. Good. Great. Now, so you say the two after this are easier in your opinion? I very well may give this one a break after a bit more, but I do want to push on with it because, well, me running into that wall notwithstanding, I did feel like my last stream I got a lot better. Oh my absolute goodness. That's great. I swear I very rarely die there, and yet I've managed to do so twice. It just goes to show that even an easy obstacle, quite fatal if you lose your focus. Wow. But I had been doing, with the small ship part, I had been doing fairly well. And of course, the large ship part, that's just like super easy. And then I actually had really good conversion in that upside down part at like 71% or whatever, where right after the large ship and you go sort of upside down. And I'd been having fits with it the other day, but I started getting better at that. Wow. Okay. But apparently, I can't maintain this ship quite right. I decided the other day, was it yesterday? Ancient history, totally unimportant. Like, I've gone to work since then. But I decided, like, more vertical play there with the ship as opposed to trying to go straight. Because I felt like I was always, like, right there, what I needed to do was go further down. Not just, like, obviously because I died, but conceptually the plan was to let it go a little further down and not try to skirt across straight, but sort of like a gentle wavy motion through them, which is no doubt the way that you're supposed to do it. However, I have this habit of not quite doing it right. Hello, everything. Welcome. Today we make excuses for my inability to beat Clutterfunk, unless I beat it. And then I'll be like, yes, the last 2,000 attempts were all training for this moment. Will I ever have to come back to, like, get a coin or something? I don't know. Maybe once. Okay, wow. Whoops. You know, I rarely die there, but I guess it's just as easy as anywhere else in the level. Wow, okay. Like I said, I could totally beat this level. Dies at 7% 3 times in a row. Magnificent. Flawless. You know, like that. And you can tell that that's the way I wanted to do it because I didn't die, and all the other times. No, no, oh, not again. I got too antsy. That is the way you die there if you, okay. That's the way you die there if you drop down to, oh, let's just stop talking about the past, start talking about how I apparently have managed to die to the easiest obstacle twice in a row. Good stuff. I will totally beat this level someday. Oh, yeah, you say for you the hardest part was the last cube part because of the nerves. I'm sure I'll just do that by accident whenever I get there. I used to think the cube part at like 71% to like 75. That was the part that, wow, that I was having fits with, but I did slightly better with that. But where all the little platforms all with the little orbs on each of them, I have a terrible amount of time getting through there. Like whenever I was on practice mode, I like just fell down into the coin path more often than not. All right, nice and clean. No, no, why? Oh, there we go. We'll just not that one. I didn't mean to do the first one. You know, it's like I was saying. I think the ball part is like my best segment, and I'm pretty good with it. But even when I die there, that doesn't take away my feeling. I think it's just pleasant, and it's very reminiscent of great of club step. Not club step, of X step. That is the name of the level. It's just a part. If memory serves it, like, are you joking? How could I have not? Anyway. My very first run of the session, I got to, you know, like 50 some odd percent, and man, have I been doing gradually worse. Probably all of the talking about the past. Not really. It's impossible to know why I do some careless thing or the other. I usually don't even ask. Well, at least we got there again. You know, when you do that part wrong, it's not like there's very much time to do anything but do it wrong. You say Clutterfunk's song's probably not what I would expect. Yeah, I do not want to play the copyrighted song, but I will have to check that out sometime. You know, just to sort of see what's going on there. Everly, you ask, have I played Geometrical Dominator? I have. I have not beaten it. I beat it on like practice mode. I've gotten to 50 or 60% or so on regular mode, on mode. On story mode, on reincarnation mode. I thought I was dead. I hit those orbs at this really shallow arc, and I have this problem with when I do that. I just assume that I'm dying, which is not the case. But my inability to pay attention, you know, quite quickly leads to my perishing. So, in a way, man, how did I die there? So bad. So bad. But anyway, yeah, the person you see before you dying on obstacles like that also is a person that believes they'll eventually beat this level. You know, life is very long. There we go. And this part's essentially a gimme, although you can die there. And here we go. No, no, no! How did I not jump there? Embarrassing. That's not the right word. Dead. That's the right word. Poor green block. After all of the hyping up I did, my plan to not die there, I died again. Bye, Everly. Don't worry. I probably won't be Clutterfunk while you're gone. Thanks for stopping by. Ah. Alas. I mean, I imagine even strong Geometry Dash players, which I'm not one, die at like silly places on runs, you know, not infrequently. Since, you know, there's a lot of places to make a mistake. But at least I'm converting these middle segments with decent regularity, although if I can just get out of the small ship part more, you know, clearly that would be nice. Because I'd been doing fine, you know, you just don't want to go too crazy here, and there's... No! I know what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to drop it as soon as you go over the middle of the pillar, but I didn't do that. Thanks for your good luck wishes, Bouncy. Good night. Sleep well. I'm not going to be playing for too much longer, 20 minutes or so, but... in spite of me dying at 7%, I've still got a good feeling, so we're going to keep on hacking away at it, but... if I get discouraged, we'll probably move on to some other level for a bit. See how that feels. Good night. That was... alas. Bad ball. Poor dead ball. One bad thing about having a best that's like 86% is that, you know, you're not really that likely to improve it again. You're just gonna beat the level if you ever get there, or ish. So like, all of the satisfaction of the early grind of the level, that's taken up. No, you gotta work. I crashed. Unideal. Anyway, it's in the past. It doesn't matter. There's not an animated baboon that's gonna hit me with a stick. That's not how the story goes. We're gonna be fine. We're just gonna go further and hopefully die in a more creative place than that next time. You never want to die the same way twice. That's my experience. That one's happened before. I regret to say. Okay. Like I was saying, I'm good at that part. That's the part I believe in. But we have been shoring up a lot of that weakness in the early ship play there, I feel like. We made significant strides, which we had to, on account of how badly we did it over and over again. Although we're still dying there too often. Be better to not die at all. Oh, sure. Not great. Not terrible. Great. Do you ever want to just like angrily drink a whole bottle of water? I actually do it sometimes. Like Jules in that scene in Pulp Fiction, where he's just like drinking dude's whole Sprite. Oh no. I wish I could go to me in the past who's gonna just run face first into that gear and drink a bottle of water in front of him. Really let him know what I thought about what he was about to do. But it's so long ago now. I don't even remember why I was mad at him. What did he do? Make me run into something dumb? What about present me? He had no right to be preachy about it. Look how he behaved. And as always, you know, the cat laughs, the mouse weeps. It's poor Greenblock who really suffers here. No! It sure would have been nice to not die there. I envisioned myself getting to the late mid way more than this, but it just goes to show. that none of this is actually easier than any other part of it. But thinking makes it so. No. Why? Well, awesome. I was thinking to myself, wow, you haven't spoken in a while now. Maybe this will be a good run, or perhaps you'll die. And then, sure as you're born. No, not again. That obstacle, I don't know why it feels like so much more like you're not supposed to die there than other ones. No. Alright, I'm falling apart. The important thing is tenacity, right? Being good, like, anybody could get good at a game. But only a person willing to fail a huge amount of times could become a person that's good, right? Surely there are no natural Geometry Dash players, although obviously, like any human endeavor requiring, dedication and grit, I'm sure people improve at varying speeds. But I think, though, the one thing that even all medium and above Geometry Dash players would have is dedication. Also, with agreeing that that's not a great way to continue a level, that if I wanted to continue the level, I should have done a thing that wasn't what I did there. The game helpfully made me explode. It was clear to me slightly before I exploded that I had done a thing that wasn't appropriate. I thought the game was taking it a little bit far, killing me over it, but I've just done it again. Great. Sometimes you just, sometimes you just walk headfirst into it, right? And in this game, it tends to be all the time, due to the structure. Although I have played some custom levels where they're a little loopy or not again. That's the interlog of Mr. Bluckington here. Not again. Oh, my dear sir, I'm afraid again. Wow. Whoops. I was trying to buffer jumps more. And, well, clearly I'm not doing it right. Okay. Why am I doing this at this point in life? Am I really so bored of living? Okay, that's not how it works. Whoops. This is what happens every time. I try to do it, and then I'm like, okay, this is worse than not doing it. This is me doing something badly. Better to not do it at all. Except in circumstances where it's absolutely necessary because the timing's too tricky because I'm bad. Continuing the streak of good conversions through the ship part. I don't know if I've ever died there. I may have. I got a pretty good memory of the past generally, but in Geometry Dash, man, it all bleeds together, doesn't it, you know? The first 1,000 times you die, sure, maybe it meant something. But after that, the next 1,000? How can anyone be expected to care about one single iteration of hope, you know? When thousands of them have been cast down here on the altar of Clutterfunk. Never to succeed. Well, not yet anyway. Continuing the streak of good conversions there, let's not... There we go, finally not messing up that. Well, I did that thing again. Continuing the streak of good ship play, let's not continue the streak of bad ball play. Easy, and now this. Well, you know, at least that was good for the run. 78%. I just choked there. I might need to just go back to practice mode and practice that end part. But I've been having such lousy luck getting there, you know. Not through this part, I don't need to, you know. We've practiced this part a couple thousand times now. Even though I just did that, I don't need to practice this part, I just need to, you know, not do that. If only I had some control over what these ridiculous human hands do. If only I could have put them onto the controller there, or there. Okay, what's happened? Have I unplugged? Oh no. Okay. In my haste to tell jokes, I've unplugged my controller because I live in the age of corded devices. Oh no. Oh, everything is being destroyed. Okay, it's all okay now. It's got like a detachable cord. It may have some cord, this thing. It's not important. I don't care. I have a cord for it, and that's what matters. I died there again? Are you kidding? I mean, you're not. I'm dead. And yet, returned to life to hopefully not... Hopefully not do that again. Ridiculous. I need to figure out what I'm gonna play next, in more of a random update compared to the play-by-play Geometry Dash, because I just finished up Red Dead Redemption 2, or rather finished up the main storyline and epilogue for the first time. I can't believe it. No, not there. I just need to figure out what I'm going to do next. I could just keep playing only the games that I have otherwise on my plate, being Geometry Dash and Celeste and Minecraft. But I kind of want to do another, character-driven game. I do love RPGs very much. Not again. Wow. Not perfect. I wonder if you're like in practice mode and you don't die, it still counts. That's that'd be a thing to figure out. That would be like a huge bummer, right? Like you're setting checkpoints and whatever, but you end up having a great run and then you just push through it for the first time and clear on practice mode, but it doesn't count. Whoops. Yeah, I knew I'd lost too much there and had to overcorrect. Didn't have to overcorrect. Had to try to correct it and then did overcorrect. Which is the same. When you feel compelled by a circumstance, at what point is there a choice? As we move inexorably towards some more buzzsaw things that may or may not get dodged, what is the choice, Live or die, succeed, sink or swim, sort of turn into a ball thing every now and then. These are the only choices that Mr. Greenblock has. I've given slightly more choices, like in which manner we'll fail him. Hey, we got through it again. There we go. Well, I mean, not through it, but you know what I mean. Nearly. And this part is the gimme part, and this part isn't, but... Well, I ran right into that obstacle. Not ideal. Still, we got far. Not really. That's the part that's hard, right? Whoops. Well, missed that. Doesn't feel great. Is what it is. This song sounds real fun. That means I'll probably die due to jamming out to it. I feel like I blinked and then suddenly all of the buzzsaws on this screen were spinning a different way. It's probably just because of the way that, you know, human sight works. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. But I do know that the objects on the screen are not actually moving, except in the sense that the objects that are making them up are moving, you know, like on a small physical level. You know, chemical reactions and such. Maybe I could like blink real hard and then I would be on the proper cycle and none of— No! Not again! I would be on the proper cycle and none of the buzzsaws could hurt me, you know, we would just bounce off totally unharmed by them. But it hasn't happened yet. In fact, it's been rather the opposite. Most of my encounters with the buzzsaws have been, you know, painful and brief. That is one thing you can say for Geometry Dash. When you die quickly. Green block doesn't complain. Doesn't really feel any kind of way about it. And a good thing, too. Green block the long-suffering, well, emotions wouldn't serve him well. He's just a great spinning wheel. No, not again. Alright, well. Let's get into B to the end of the run. So this is gonna be the last run. Maybe it'll go great. We won't do the sign off in the middle of the run though. It's distracting me from the run, which is the last run. Maybe ever? No, I doubt it. Unimportant. The point is, you know, don't give up. Unless you want to. It feels great to give up. I say that all the time. Nothing feels better than giving up. But Geometry Dash will teach you not how to say the name of the game, but, you know, some other things. It's 2,048 attempts. I thought it was more than that. We did X-Step in 394, but, you know, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is, you know, tenacity, perseverance. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed seeing me not do any better at Clutterfunk. But hey, you know, what are you going to do? They can't all be winners, right? So, bye, everyone. I hope you sleep well if you are watching this now. And if you are in the future, then I hope the weather is nice. See you later.